Have you ever been working on a crochet project and then realized, oh no, I forgot to count my stitches or I have no idea what row I'm on? Have no fear. Today I'm going to teach you how to count your stitches and how to count your row. That way your projects can stay nice and even instead of getting narrow or getting wider. Okay, so first what you're going to need is one of the swatches that you're working on. If you want to take a minute to go ahead and make a new one, that's okay. We just need something that you can use to help you practice on how to count your stitches and rows. So I'm going to use this one that I made in the previous video. So first I want to talk about counting our stitches, and we briefly talked about this in the previous video. I just want to go more into depth with this one. See these V's on top? I'm going to try to hold it really straight, that way you can see it. Each one of those V's is a stitch. So when you're counting your stitches, you're going to want to make sure that you're going by these V's and the hole that's underneath them, okay? So if we're counting the stitches, it would be 1, see the V, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and here's our last one right here, 20. So that I'm pretty confident you guys should have a good idea on as far as what it's like to count your stitches, since we talked about in the previous video and I'm showing y'all again in this one. And just make sure when you're doing single crochets that you're going underneath both V's. So if I got my crochet hook and I'm going inside just one single crochet, it would be this right here. So see how I have both loops on top of my crochet hook? That's what you're looking for. Or that's a little bit easier to count since they're clearer to see. And real quick, I'll show you what it looks like with some of these scraps that I have laying around. So here's one. And again, we're looking for the V. So I'll hold it this way so the V's are facing down. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 right there. So that's what it looked like if you're just starting your chain of single crochets. I'm going to show you on a different project too, that way y'all get more comfortable with, even if you're using a different type of yarn, different size of crochet hook, or if it's a different color, that you'd still be able to recognize how to count stitches. So this is for a YouTube subscriber blanket that I've been continuously working on. But for example here, and I'll turn it this way so the V's are facing down. It's a thicker yarn, so sometimes with thicker yarns, they're a little bit easier to see. But what we're looking for are the V's. So 1, if we're counting backwards, we'll start up here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And with this yarn, it's actually, I thought it might be easier for y'all to see, but since it's a very bulky yarn, it's a little bit harder to see the clear V's, but that's when you can resort to the holes and go by that to count your stitches. So just want to again show you what it looks like on how you would count these. Here's where the V would be. So you would count every single one of these if I was counting. And then here's another example with this smaller yarn, which is more similar to the yarn we've been using. But you're going to look for this V, and each one of these V's is a single crochet. See? You'll start to recognize them more with different projects that you have going on, but that's going to be a little bit easier to identify is your stitches and how many you have going across. Where a lot of people, and even I sometimes still get confused on, is how to count your rows if you've lost track, or maybe if you're just wanting to see how many more rows you need to complete. So when it comes to single crochets, it's a little bit easier to count your rows because what you're going to be doing is basically counting the holes. So if you need to stretch it out a little bit, it makes it a little bit easier to see, or if you need to hold it up like to the sun or to the light to see it better, feel free to do that. But basically, we're counting each one of these holes, and each hole is going to be a row. So here's our first row, which was our chain that we started with, our foundation chain. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to stretch it out again. That way you can make sure you're seeing all the holes. 5, 6, 7, 8, and I completed my 9th row. Right there. So that's how you would count rows with a single crochet project. Your rows are going to look a little bit different if you're doing a different type of stitch, but just for right now, I wanted to show you how to count a single crochet row. And this lesson's going to be fairly short, but again, keep in mind we're focused on learning good basics when it comes to crochet. That way it's easier when we're learning new skills, because a lot of crochet is just kind of built on your previous skills that you've learned, which is why I really want y'all to be able to identify your rows and your stitches when it comes to single crochets. That way when we do other type of stitches, you can see how they're similar and or different from each other. And just a friendly reminder, remember that we don't count our turning chains, which is why I'm not counting these over here, because those are just our turning chains that we use in order to grow our project up. And also by counting your stitches across, it's a very good way to find out if you skipped a stitch, because say for each of the other rows you were doing 20 across, and then on your most recent roll you only had 18, then you dropped 2 along the way, so you can either undo it, or so then you guys can undo it and get the correct number of stitches. So go ahead and try that on y'all's projects that you were making the other day. Work on counting your stitches and make sure that you're ending with the right amount each time, and also work on counting your rows. It's going to be super handy to get those skills down now versus later. Great job, you guys. I know this was a quick video today, and it may seem like we didn't do too much, but believe me, it's all gonna make sense by lesson 10 when we actually get to make our first project. And in the next lesson, we're gonna talk about how to keep our edges super straight, and I'm gonna teach you 2 different methods for that. But until next time, keep crocheting, don't be afraid to make mistakes, and don't forget to have a whole lot of fun while doing it. I'll see y'all in the next lesson.